news, information, talk, discussion, solution, and the best music on the planet. You can find it all on Black I Am Radio. Black I Am Radio. Yes, you are here. Get ready for one of the most influential weekends of 2022. Black People United presents Bosses Building Bosses. Saturday and Sunday, August 13th and 14th at 5595 Riverdale Road, College Park, Georgia. Featuring our Pan-Africanism. Black Health is our wealth. Black Health is our wealth. Saturday and Sunday, August 13th and 14th. The grand opening Saturday kicks off at 3 p.m. Day one. Listen up from 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. Southside Atlanta, Saturday is going to be a full day of festivity, starting with the Black People United kickoff of the Drink to Live and Wellness Cafe from 6 until 8 p.m. Then, our Health and Wellness panel begins at 8 p.m. from 8 until 11 p.m. We will have our official grand opening for Dr. Angela Harris's Health and Wellness line. Drink to live. Don't drink to die. Drink to live. And clinical research scientist and holistic health practitioner, Dr. Newmoney Whitty. It's a health and wellness paint and sip. Get ready. Live entertainment, prize giveaways, and more. On day 2, Sunday at 6 p.m. On day 2, it's our mental health awareness. Paint, heal, and sip. Dr. Angela Harris, the releasing and destroying of pain. Live entertainment, a segment on meditation and third eye chakra development. Our health and wellness pain and sip theme. Prizes, networking, and more. This entire weekend of events sponsored by Black I Am Radio. Your one-day ticket, $30, or 2-day for $50. All proceeds going to the Principles of Blackness Cultural and Wellness Academy. Get your tickets now at www.bossesbuildingbosses.eventbrite.com. www.bossesbuildingbosses.eventbrite.com. Saturday and Sunday, August 13th and 14th, beginning at 3 p.m. on Saturday and 6 p.m. on Sunday. Make plans to be at Bosses Building Bosses, the most influential weekend in 2022. 5595 Riverdale Road, College Park, Georgia.
Hey, it's your girl, Dr. Harris, live here at Black I Am Radio with the Dr. Harris Live and Friends show. Today is an amazing day. Why? Because we all, if you're able to listen, first of all, you're here. If you're able to tune in, you're supporting me. And then not only that, we have some great information for you today. And we have a special guest in the building that's going to be doing some poetry. And then also we're going to introduce her as one of our authors of our book, The Epiphany of Loving Myself, with the theme, When Did I Learn to Love Me? So make sure that you tune in today and get what you got, what you get, and got what you got. It's been a really crazy and challenging month, like July and even at the beginning of August. Anytime that you have a birthday coming up, there's always, especially when you are anointed and appointed, there's always challenges that try to discourage you going into that next year. But I just want to let you know that I'm encouraged. I don't get discouraged. I'm encouraged. You know why? Because I understand that with trials and tribulations come greatness. And there's some great things that the Most High life has in store for me at my ending my year of 48, which is only about, what's today, the 4th? So that's 17 days, y'all. It's my birthday. I will be 49 years old. But I'm expecting some great things to happen between now and then. And then when it gets to that point, then I'm so ready for 49, because I already know that 49 is mine. Everything that I've dreamed of, everything that I've hoped for, everything that I've worked for, it's all mine. So I am so excited. If you would like to join in today with us by calling in, you can call in at 470-759-4585, and we will definitely be ready to talk to you. You know, this is an interactive show. We would love to hear from you. We're going to be talking again about Pan-Africanism, week 6. You know, we've coming from different angles for Pan-Africanism, you know, because right now, there's something spreading around the nation when it comes to dealing with our people and about the movement of strength and power. However, one thing that I understand is that we cannot move forward without breaking down the things that are holding us back and that have been holding us back. It's so important for us to grow. Growth does not mean stagnant. Those are two different things. But because of the things that we have done in the past, it allows us to walk into the power of our future. However, if we don't do things to change our situations, our story will be the same 10 years from now. I don't know about you, but my story is going to change, and it starts today. You can't do nothing about what happened yesterday. The only thing that you can do is focus on today and then hope for tomorrow. So let's get started with this show by me introducing my co-hosts. Tell them who you are, beautiful.
Hello, thank you. I am LaShonda Tucker, also known as Deepleee Chocolate. I'm a poet, spoken word artist, and violinist.
And you know, I was just telling her earlier, I said, oh girl, I didn't know you was a violinist. I love the violin. I used to play the violin, I think 4th through 7th grade. I mean, I never was great at it, but I was okay at it. And I really, one thing that I learned about violining is that it really takes discipline to learn those keys. And then you really have to put some time in. Anything that you work for, you have to work for it. You have to really study it. You have to really put your time in. So I was, you know, just excited to know that we have a violinist amongst us. But not only is she a violinist, she's also going to be the poet in my book, The Epiphany of Loving Myself, with the theme, When Did I Learn to Love Me? So one of the poems or the insert poetries that's going to be in this book, she's going to recite that before the day is over, before the show is over. And I'm very excited about that. But let's go ahead and let's just have some girl-to-girl talk, LaShonda. Okay. I have a couple of questions to you, because I have to ask everyone that comes into this space when we're doing a topic, what is Pan-Africanism to you?
So Pan-Africanism, and it's interesting, I like to look words up so that I can really have a thorough understanding of it. But it's basically just a coming together of all of the different peoples in all of the different areas of the world that are African descendants.
Okay.
So have that attachment to Africa.
Okay. And let me ask you this question. When it comes to our culture as a people all over the world, what do you feel is the missing component that could bring all of this Pan-Africanism to the power that we need it to be?
The missing component.
What are we missing as a people?
I think it is the unity, that feeling that we are all one. And of course, we know that is unfortunately a result of our history of being snatched from Africa and being taught to be against one another, or that we're not good enough. And so that division has just continued just throughout the generations.
Absolutely. And that is a great concept, because, you know, all of the concepts, when we have people that, you know, we bring into the platform, it's always good to get someone else's view, because everybody's view is not the same. But one thing that I do say is that every piece of the puzzle has to fit in order for the holistic view to be one. So for those of you who don't know, I am the founder of the Rebirth of the Black Nation, which is an accountability, responsibility, and action movement for Black people of all nationalities and religions and ways of life to to come together, first of all, learning to love you, because what we've learned over this time is that one of the main components to our unity is self-love. How can we unify with one another if we're not unified within ourselves? How do we unify within self if we don't understand how to unify with the one that creates us and gives us life every day? So unity within is the outcome of is the manifestation of the unity that you see on the outside of all of us coming together. Hurt people. We've had a lot of things happen to us, through ancestral situations, through different generations of our families and things of that sort. And then some of it is our life story. So in our life story, we have to learn how to love ourselves. That's what the book is about. The epiphany of loving myself. When did I learn to love me? And in writing my chapter, which over the last few weeks, it's been like a struggle because I had writer's block, but I could not finish my chapter until I knew that my other authors that's in the book were finishing up their chapters. It's going to come out on August 21st. Yes, it is. It will be pre-sale on August 21st. And then I'm going to get with the team of authors to see when everyone's schedule is for us to come together in September and just do a big, huge book release. Because, I already know this book is not only going to be a book that people read, but it's going to be a book that people heal from. It's going to be a book that people grow from. And it's going to be a book that people grow into. One thing that I've learned about the authors that's writing in this book, yes, it's been a struggle. We have authors like Rodney Perry, we have Jay Wright, we have, Terry Hart, which y'all seen her. She was, my co-host for the last couple of weeks. We have Phoenix Ascar, who is my publicist. We have Nala Shepherd, who is actually our editor. Shouts out to Nala, because she's been having to go in and do some work and make sure that this book works and do the things that it needs to be done. Then we just have some really, really amazing authors. And my chapter is, I chose life, I choose to live. And I can't wait until you read it. It digs a little bit into my life story, but I can't give it all to you because I'm going to come back and write my life story and do my documentary, which is called Faith in the Struggle. How many know that you have to have faith in the struggle? Because the struggle is real. Life is a struggle. Every day doing right is a struggle. So you have to really, really have the faith to get through all of the things that you've been through. So, LaShonda, one of the things that I want to talk about today also is this. Self-care. Like you heard, there was a commercial that came on, and it's talking about next Saturday and Sunday, which the link will be out tonight for you to get your actual tickets for the event next week. We are doing a 2-day health and wellness and mental awareness, paint and sit. It's going to be dope because there's going to be different speakers, a few entertainers. It's going to be really amazing because our people have to heal. A lot of our people are broken, dysfunctional, their minds ain't right, and it all comes from trauma. Trauma now, trauma from before, and then the things to come. So, you just have to be prepared to understand that we all have to go through to get to. It's so amazing that, in life, there are levels to growth. And so this right here is a level of growth. Even if you think that you have arrived, even if you think that you have overcome whatever you feel like you've overcome, know that there's still levels to come, because with growth is life. With life, there's trials and tribulations. Some people don't wake up the next morning. That becomes a mental health issue for their loved ones, Not a mental illness, because a mental illness means that there's a chemical imbalance that you need medicine in order to control it. But I'm talking about a mental health issue. All of us have had mental health one time or another. So, with that being said, I want LaShonda to go ahead and go into this poem so that we can start our conversation. We'll only be on for an hour today because I do have a movie premiere to go to after my show today. Shouts out to the women who's doing this movie premiere. Shouts out to Phoenix Assault. Ask her for getting her first producing credits. Although she produced a lot, she's finally getting her credits. So you go, girl. You do your thing. I want to give shouts out to all of the people that are out there doing great things, you know, in the community, in our families, in our health and wellness field, in our mental health field. And, you know, one of the people that will be here next week, or one of the components that will be here next week, is telehealth. You know, telehealth is a very amazing company, and what it does is it actually coaches you and gets you the help that you need in the areas of mental awareness. So, LaShonda, I'm gonna turn you loose, girl, and then we're gonna hear a couple songs, and then we're gonna dig into the meat of this thing, and we're gonna get off of here.
Okay. All right, so most of my poems are untitled, so this one is untitled as well. They know how powerful we are. We don't. So they do everything to keep us divided. So we won't. From creative forms of genocide that we never saw coming, only sperm and egg can continue our seed. And if I have to do it all alone, then a prematurely interrupted breath is not a selfish termination, but a need. If you look at me like something to soothe your erection and then move on to the next instead of responsibility to love and feed, then the power is destroyed of the African family. If I have to carry this baby in my arms alone, I do understand that it is I who provides the breasts with the milk, but it is you who provides the home. If I am left to do it by myself while you go on and implant your melanin in someone else, so when we work to get along, there's nothing they can do to tear us apart because our DNA is just that strong. And they know it's in our cells. And they also know it's in the stories that we tell. I don't mean to focus on them, but in order to move forward, we must understand our past. If you don't know what you ate and that you must release it and cleanse it from your body and actually do so, you gonna have a bagged up ass. So I'm acknowledging the cause so that the effect will not last. They know how powerful we are. We do not. So I am changing the narrative because there is power in words. There's a lot. So as I speak power and bond, support, and coming together to have fun, knowledge and education, learning our history, true history, words like affirmation and meditation, melanin, the beginning, the end, and the key, trust, because I want to trust you and I want you to trust me. And this is not a room full of strangers, but a reunion of family. They know how powerful we are, and we do too. Let the healing begin, because first, I love me, and then I love you.
Wow. Girl, now, that is amazing. I can't wait for that insert to go into the book because it is right on target. It is right on target. And with that, we are going to go ahead and play our theme song because this is My Heart. It is by Sir Gandhi. It's called My People. And this is the condition that we are in and the condition that we are coming out of. It's time, y'all, for us to rise.
My people, like, I just want to help them.
They going through so much. And it hurts to see them suffer. It hurts. But all I can do is pray. On my knees I pray, heartache weeping. Cause I know my people plight is on the very deep end. From disease, drugs, or the homeless needing. From prostitution to the jail cells overpacked with black men. To the younger generation disrespecting their elders. To us being too much of consumers and not developers. To us being puppet slaves in white America. No more loving our heritage, we lost our African character. To the debt we pay to our bill collectors, no sense of community. We fight, dislike and kill each other. The black man and woman are divided like we hate each other. No more educating ourselves, we just stop at the college professors. I hate to say it, but we lost our sight in who we are. We let the devil taint our subconscious mind with all of this poison. Now we floating down the river lost in this hopeless void. If nobody else won't speak and tell the truth, then I'm gonna make some noise. I pray for they saving, Father, the devil's a lie, so bastard taste my sword.
My people, my people, my people, my people are lost and need me to lead the way. My people, my people, my people, my people are struggling and dying each day. My people, my people, my people, my people need help in every way. My people, my people, my people, my people, I love them so much that
You can bring a horse to the well, but you can't get that horse to drink. I just want my people to listen and let the music help them think. Is it on me to lead the way? My Lord, am I even worthy? Cause I ain't been the same I should be. And my life's still kinda dirty, but I'm feeling it and I'm hearing it. And my spirit tell me to move, cause I'm tired of seeing my people suffer. It's giving me the blues. So I'm going to sacrifice myself and give them all that I got. Cause when you really love somebody, that's what it's really all about. So I'm gonna pour myself away till it ain't no more for me to pour out. Don't be deceived by the deception. You are royalty in and out. And the truth and the proof is in Africa, our motherland. We built the pyramids, made mathematics and medicine. That melanin that's deep in your skin core is gold, my friend. So gain that true knowledge yourself. You a God within. Don't let them Europeans try to convert you into they devilish seed. Look for the hidden colors and go and find out your history. Peace.
my people, my people, my people, my people are lost and need me to lead the way. My people, my people, my people, my people are struggling and dying each day. My people, my people, my people, my people need help in every way. My people, my people, my people, my people, I love them so much that I pray.
And yes, I pray every day for my people. And you know what my prayer is? Life's perfect will be done in each one of our lives. That's my prayer every single day because, you know, each of us have a different journey and we have to go through it. And all of our journey is not the same. So, you know, you can't expect the same thing to happen to me to happen to you. But what we can acknowledge is that the end result of it happening is that the glory does not belong to us. It belongs to life itself. Life, the spirit of the living everything that we are. So, with that being said, I am so excited about this book, The Epiphany of Loving Myself. And so, one of the topics that I want to talk about today regarding this book is just when did I learn to love me, and what does that look like? LaShonda, when you talk about loving you, what does that look like to you?
Well, for me, that is it's a back and forth journey. If I'm completely honest, and I kind of think of it like a relationship with somebody in your life that you love. So you have times where you might be mad at them, you don't want to talk to them, you may even be like, oh, I hate that person, but then you always come back around to the person. So it's accepting yourself and giving yourself that same grace that you would give another person. Because sometimes you do have conflicts with another person, right? So in the same way, you kind of have a conflict with yourself. So it's accepting yourself. It's treating yourself like you would treat that loved one in your life, and just understanding that there are going to be ups and downs and challenges, but still continuing to love yourself through and coming back to that foundation of where you just realize that you are important, you are special, and that you are deserving of love.
Wow, that's so amazing. Let me say this. What I heard you say was this in layman's terms. The love and the sacrifices that you've made for everyone else in your life, that's the love and the sacrifices that you're supposed to make for you first. In order for you to be whole, you can't just give to someone else, but you have to give to yourself first. And that is so important. When I thought about, I'm just gonna read a slight insert of my introduction, because it's been, when I tell you that writing this chapter, I've learned that there is levels to loving yourself, that when you think that you've arrived in loving yourself, let me tell you this. First of all, anytime that you live in this flesh, you can always get caught slipping. And slipping does not mean that you don't love yourself, but you can slip to the point that you fall. So you should practice loving yourself enough that you don't get caught slipping. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because there's certain people and certain things out there that they don't know how to love themselves. So they're not going to protect you at all costs, because they don't even love themselves enough to protect them at all costs. So when you think about loving yourself, you have to think about what you've been through, what it took for you to get to the next portion of it, because again, there's levels to it. So I just want to read a little bit of this. This is a part of my introduction. So it says, as I sit back and think about what I've been through, then I think about all the things that life chose me to do. When it gets down to it, I gotta do it. Anything I put my mind and heart to, I can do. I had to give life, and then in parentheses is God for people that don't understand my vocabulary of life. All the glory, yes I do. Because without life, there would be no me. As I sit back and I think about all that I've gone through, life's promise was true. Life said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. And then it says, as I sit back and think about the things I've been through hell on earth, and only life has seen me through. Yes, I've stumbled and bumped my head real hard sometimes, but life was always by my side and wouldn't let me die. One day I realized I couldn't do it by myself. So I cried out to the Lord, life, I need your help. Life said, I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. You were chosen, daughter. Yes, you have work to do. See, everything that you've been through is all for in your purpose. You will walk into places and transform their service. You go before the people, what thus says the Lord. It's time out for games, y'all. It's a spiritual war. I was down and out. I didn't know which way to turn. Trapped in a world of evil, living in Satan's kingdom. Making all the wrong turns, doing all the wrong things. Living a life of misery. Oh, I was so unhappy. Ignoring all my life that life was always there. And all of my life, I thought nobody cared. If it had not been for life, tell me, where would I be? I'm blessed because now I know life has a purpose for me. I am blessed, truly blessed. I choose life. I choose to live. And that is the beginning of my introduction of the epiphany of loving myself. Why is that? You know, that is what you just heard me recite. It's actually songs that I've written throughout my life that got me to the next level. See, when I was a child, I used to have, a dream, and you'll learn more about it in my book. But that dream was relevant every time I was going to go through a trauma in my life. That dream then turned into a scripture. And that scripture was, for I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans of a hope and a future, or plans of a hope and an expected end. And I hang on to that right now. For those of you who don't know that is Jeremiah 29:11 in the Bible. And then that same scripture is also in the Quran. So when you think about knowing that many are called but few are chosen, and you know who you are, then you have to understand that there will be things in life that you go through. Things that you cannot control. You might get caught slipping, but the last thing and the last result of you slipping is that the creator of all things will always catch you before you fall. Did y'all catch that? I said when you get caught slipping, because everybody will slip once or twice or 3 or 4 times in their life. But when you get caught slipping, the creator of all things will catch you before you fall. And so that is a part of learning to love yourself. Realizing that in the midst of everything that you go through, there will be some slips. It said that we serve a creator that keeps us from falling, not from slipping. It also said that no weapon formed against you will prosper, but it never said that the weapons won't form. The weapons are going to form. They're just not going to prosper. And so over these last 3 weeks, I've had to remind myself of these very things that I'm saying to you, because they have been very, very challenging. Sometimes in life, things that you don't expect to happen, they happen. Choices that people make, they make those choices for you. Choices that people don't make, they don't do what they're supposed to do by you. But the end result is that we have to understand that in life, our journeys are made that out of it we become stronger, we become bolder, we become wiser, and we become more powerful. Not only individually, because my journey is my journey. LaShonda's journey is her journey. So in both of our journeys, there's an end to it. But in the midst of our journey, we connected so that we can empower each other along our journey. That's when you know that people are really, really there for a purpose. Some people come in your life for a reason, some for a season, and some for a lifetime. The ones that come out in your life for a lifetime, you may not talk to them every day. But periodically throughout your life, that person is always going to show up. And they're going to show up for one of 2 reasons. Accountability, well, actually one of 3 reasons. Accountability, responsibility, or action. Or all 3, or one of the 3. So, it's like, I'm at a place now that our people are so tore up on the inside that everything on the outside looks so disruptive. So we are working now to heal. If you have things from your past, like I said yesterday, whatever decision you made that was not the best decision, if you got caught slipping, whatever your situation may be, you can't beat yourself up about it. The only thing that you can do is live for today and hope for tomorrow and look for tomorrow to be greater than today was. So, I'm just at a place now that our people healing is our main focus for the rebirth of the Black nation. There's so many people out here with religious tactics that's going around and, you do this and a lot of them don't even understand that they're playing with witchcraft. And I have to say this. I've been under attack for like the last 3 weeks, right? Well, really the last few months, honestly, when I think about it, it was like slowly but surely. But the big attacks have happened in the last 3 weeks, right? And my question to the attackers is, who sent you? Who sent you to attempt to disrupt my life? What entity made you put yourself in danger by messing with me? Why do I say that? Because people need to know that life, which is God and other people's, or Allah or Yahweh or whatever your name is for the creator of all things, don't play about me. Don't play about me. And what do I mean by that? When you are a vessel that's being used in whatever way the Most High is using you in, many are called but few are chosen. I know that I'm chosen. Look at my life. I'm going to be 49 years old, and I have the story of an 89-year-old, literally. And the end result is I've been under attack the spirit of evil has tried to consume me, has tried to take me up out of here, has tried to come against me, but the gates of hell never prevail against me. The gates of hell is right here on earth, y'all. When you walk through the hell that you go through right here on earth, the end result is still the light at the end of that tunnel is still shining toward me. And that's what I had to learn. People say, oh, the light at the end of the tunnel, it shines. No, I transferred that and rebirthed that saying to the light at the end of the tunnel is shining toward me. It's coming to get me. And that's what I had to realize over time. Like I said, when you read my chapter in the Epiphany of Loving Myself, you'll get a clear understanding of the dream that I used to have and why I say these things. That light was always there. It was just waiting for me to have to be an example of how the light will consume you when you're chosen to be consumed. See, a lot of people don't understand what that term means. Many are called, but few are chosen. When you're chosen, that means that you gotta go through stuff. That's just point blank. And a lot of times you don't even have the ability to make anything different than what it is. But in the midst of it, in the midst of all, you know, I'm not trying to get churchy with y'all or nothing, but sometimes I gotta go back to my roots. And I remember there was a song by Yolanda Adams, and she said, "He's kept me in the midst of it all. I've come through many hard trials, through temptations on every hand. Though Satan has tried to stop me and to catch my feet in sinking sand. Through the pain and all of my trials, through the tears and all of my fears, the Lord was there to keep me, and he kept me in the midst of it all." That's my story. And so in this book, I Chose Life, I Choose to Live. When you read my chapter, just know that life is referred to as the creator of all things. Why did I choose life? I didn't have no choice but to choose. I was already chosen. I chose life because the end result is, even though now literally I had a choice, right? But spiritually, I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice because the end result would be that light at the end of that tunnel is really the light that's shining toward me, and it's consuming me and drawing me to it and not drawing me away from it. I don't have to look really far to see that light. I see that light shining. All I have to do is continue to walk through the midst of what's going on and know that that light is going to come and meet me right where I'm at. So, with that being said, I want you to elaborate on what encourages and influences your poetry. LaShonda, please let us know, because like for me, I can only speak of me and what I see. What is it for you?
Okay, and first I wanted to go back to what you were saying about the light that you see at the end of the tunnel drawing you towards it. And I think that has to do with self-love, and that light that you see is a reflection of what's inside of you. And self-love is recognizing the light in you, is recognizing the God in you. Because if that creator, if that most high, if that ultimate being, the universe, whatever you refer to him or her as, if that person is great, or that being is great, if that being is always worthy of love, and that is inside of you, then you are always worthy of love. It is unconditional. So my poetry is driven by experiences, mostly my personal experiences, but then again, also my experiences with the world around me. It's very emotional. The last poem, I actually wrote it because of all of the things going on with abortion, and reading the comments that I was seeing on Instagram, and seeing, I follow people who think differently than mainstream society. And so they were saying, you know, a lot of the guys or the males were kind of putting it on the Black woman, and oh, we shouldn't be doing this, and we shouldn't be having abortions. And I just thought about it, but you are just as responsible as I am, because I am carrying this baby. However, this baby didn't just up and jump in my body by itself. So if we are both, if we stop blaming and we both look at both of our parts in this role, then we can get to a right in this right exactly. Then we can get to a solution. Because if we keep picking at the leaves on the tree and the branches and we don't get to the root of the problem, it's going to always be a problem.
That is my language that you are speaking. The root of our problems. See, if you can't get to the root, see and see, when the Creator gave me the rebirth of the Black nation, right? The root of the problem was shown to me. And that was the lack of self-love, the lack of healing, hurt, trauma, pain, resentment, acceptance, because some things we accept that's not even ours. You know, these are the roots of our issues. And so when I started realizing, wow, I sat back and I monitored the entertainment industry. And I said, no offense to the actors out there, but there's a lot of actors that act so much because they don't want to be responsible for who they really are. So they go out and they search something to do that they don't have to act like themselves every day. So, and that's not all of them, you know, for the ones of you who are out there to make money and that's what it is, amazing, because we all got to get paid. But I'm talking about the ones that's hiding behind themselves, trying to act like someone else. So that when you see them, and then you even have pastors and ministers and imams. Oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored. You know, no, how are you for real? You know, a lot of people are so fake and phony with self, knowing that they are hurting on the inside. Sometimes all it takes is for you to admit, how are you? You know what, sis? It's been a journey, but I'm gonna get through it. See, that's admittance that there's something that's going on. And see, I believe that things can be healed when you admit that there's something going on. That when you actually know that there is light coming towards you from the end of that tunnel, it's okay to admit that you ain't got everything together, because none of us has everything together. But you at least have to be willing to work toward getting it together. And the first way that you do that is acceptance, accepting that there's something going on within you that needs to be changed, healed, set free, delivered, whatever it may be. And then hurt people hurt people. So when you are not in acceptance that something in your life has to change, what you do is you continue to press that emotion, that negative spirit, those negative words, and your actions on someone else. Instead of you knowing that right now is not my time to really be pouring into somebody else. Now let me correct this real quick, because I don't want those who you know that the Creator of all things chose you to do something, and because you got little things going in your life, you want to abort the assignment. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you know that life itself said you have to focus on you right this moment. Get you right. And in the midst of it, while you're getting right, know not to impose your pain and your hurt on somebody else. Because there's something about that energy of hurt. That energy of hurt is so contagious, and a lot of times it goes back into our ancestral lines. We want to, again, call to the ancestors, but a lot of us don't understand that there's negative ancestors that should not be called upon, because you don't even know the history of what you're calling upon. A lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of mentality of slavery. When you start calling all of those spirits to the forefront, you're not healing yourself. You're really diluting with more anger, with more hurt, and more pain. The other thing is, people have to understand too, that when we talk about intimacy, and we talk about sex, and we talk about all of those things that are natural for our people, a man and a woman, to come together. See, a man and a woman got to come together to create a child, so it has to be natural, because life is natural. But when you have all of these different things that's going on with you, and then you bring it together with someone else, or you're going around and you're sleeping with all these different people, know that soul ties are real. Soul ties can come from your ancestors as well. You call all of these ancestors, I'm praying to my ancestors. First of all, you should only pray to the one that can give you life, and that is not your ancestors. See, people confuse ancestors and angels and all of these different things. I need some people to go study. Before you go and you just dive so far into something that is hard for you to get out of, study to show yourself approved so that you know what is what. And then you have to listen to the spirit guide and allow for the spirit guide to let you know when it is that you deal with certain things in your life. Sometimes you're not ready to deal with stuff. Sometimes you're too weak to deal with very powerful entities that are out here. But one thing that I want to say is this. It's raining up a storm, and it's every time we start talking about these things lately, every Thursday, when we start talking about this, you see, the tears are coming down. I really believe that's tears coming down. And it could be tears of joy, and it could be tears of, sorrow. You just never know. But in the midst of everything that you do, make sure that you take a self-evaluation. One of the things that I referred to in my chapter is Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror. He said, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And then I didn't even know that the words were so powerful, because I've just been singing, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. But it says, in order to make the world a better place to see clear, you got to look at yourself and make that change. So when it refers to that, what it really means is that you really have to take a self-evaluation, take self-accountability, be responsible for you, so that the action can be can put its foot forward when it comes to us coming together as a people, as a whole. I am so excited because I know that this book is going to change many lives. We are doing a level 2 to this same thing. And so if you're interested in becoming one of our writers, please let me know. As soon as this book is out, we will start the next level to it, because it's going to be the same exact book, but with different authors. Why? Because if one story don't help you, another one's can. So if one person's story can't help you, his story or her story, there's somebody else's story that may be able to help you and get you to the place of understanding of how you need to love yourself and how to learn. It is a learning process, because you have to divorce the act of not loving yourself. You have to divorce that. And then, even in loving yourself, you have to realize when you're slipping, and you have to realize when you need to be caught before you fall. So, LaShonda, when I actually talked to you, and you heard the title of this book, The Epiphany of Loving Myself, When Did I Learn to Love Me? What was your thoughts about it?
Well, I thought back and I said, well, when did I start loving myself? And like my visceral thoughts or my first thoughts were kind of like what I was saying earlier. I said, well, I learned to love myself a few years ago, but then I stopped loving myself. But then I would go back to loving myself again, and then I stopped again. And I said, and that's apparent in some of my poetry, where some of my poetry was like, oh, okay, I love myself, and then the others didn't really say the same thing. And so that's how I came to this whole just way of looking at it in terms of another individual, like maybe a relative or a best friend, where you go back and forth, where you have these ins and outs with this person, but you always come back around to being with this person and loving this person. So it's not really about falling out of love with myself or not loving myself. It's just doing what's necessary to manage the continued love of myself. And that means accepting me for everything that I experience.
That is so amazing. That's so amazing. And so next weekend, don't forget, y'all, we are having an event here at BPU Global Network on the 13th and 14th. It is a healing, health and wellness paint and sip, where we will talk about healing, we will talk about mental health. We have some amazing speakers that's going to be coming out. Tickets will be on Eventbrite at Bosses Building Bosses .eventbrite.com. As of tonight, tickets will be out. One day is $30, 2 days is $50. That does include your materials for your paint and sip. We will have some health and wellness juices that you will be able to test at the time from my health and wellness line, Drink to Live. We will have telehealth, and we will have Dr. Nwadi Whitty. We will have my girl LaShonda right here out doing some poetry, and she plays the violin, so I'm excited about that. And we'll have some very strategic people in the building. And then I want you to give shouts out to our sponsor, that is 2255 Custom Hats, and we will go ahead and let you see that commercial, and then we will let you hear the information to go to for our event next week. And then we will conclude the show today, because it is raining, it is pouring, but ain't no old man over here snoring. But we are going to get home safely or to our destination. So, and then when we actually have amazing conversations and it start raining like this, you know what it is, the internet trying to go out. So we ain't going to allow that to happen. We're going to conclude this show for today. I want you to know that I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. No, I'm sorry. I changed that a while ago. There is something you can do about it. You can love yourself first.
2255 Custom Hats, the fashion statement of the century. All styles, all colors, all sizes, just for you. Get yours today. A 2255 Custom Hat, just for you. Go to Instagram at 2255 Custom Hats and get yours. Your fedora is a touch of class. It makes a confident statement, and most of all, a fashion statement. Treat yourself sometimes. You deserve a 2255 Custom Hat. Log on to www.2255customhats.com, www.2255customhats.com, and Instagram at 2255 Custom Hats. Get yours today. 2255 Custom Hats, the fashion statement of the century. All styles, all colors, all sizes, just for you. Get yours today. A 2255 Custom Hat, just for you. Go to Instagram at 2255 Custom Hats and get yours. Your fedora is a touch of class. It makes a confident statement, and most of all, a fashion statement. Treat yourself sometimes. You deserve a 2255 Custom Hat. Log on to www.2255customhats.com, www.2255customhats.com, and Instagram at 2255 Custom Hats. Get yours today. 2255 Custom Hats, the fashion statement of the century. All styles, all colors, all sizes, just for you. Get yours today. A 2255 Custom Hat, just for you. Go to Instagram at 2255 Custom Hats and get yours. Your fedora is a touch of class. It makes a confident statement, and most of all, a fashion statement. Treat yourself sometimes. You deserve a 2255 Custom Hat. Log on on to www.2255customhats.com, www.2255customhats.com, and Instagram at 2255customhats. Get yours today. 2255 Custom Hats, the fashion statement of the century. All styles, all colors, all sizes, just for you. Get yours today. A 2255 Custom Hat, just for you. Go to Instagram at 2255 Custom Hats and get yours. Your fedora is a touch of class. It makes a confident statement, and most of all, a fashion statement. Treat yourself sometimes. You deserve a 2255 Custom Hat. Log on to www.2255customhats.com, www.2255customhats.com, and Instagram at 2255 Custom Hats. Get yours today. 2255 Custom Hats, the fashion statement of the century. All styles, all colors, all sizes, just for you. Get yours today. A 2255 Custom Hat, just for you. Go to Instagram at 2255 Custom Hats and get yours. Your fedora is a touch of class. It makes a confident statement, and most of all, a fashion statement. Treat yourself sometimes. You deserve a 2255 Custom Hat. Log on to www.2255customhats.com, www.2255customhats.com, and Instagram at 2255 Custom Hats. Get yours today. 2255 Custom Hats, the fashion statement of the century. All styles, all colors, all sizes, just for you. Get yours today. A 2255 Custom Hat, just for you. Go to Instagram at 2255 Custom Hats and get yours. Your fedora is a touch of class. It makes a confident statement, and most of all, a fashion statement. Treat yourself sometimes. You deserve a 2255 Custom
People
Hat.
flying in from Nigeria. It's just gonna be a lituation. We got some amazing power couples that we're honoring, some humanitarians, some legendary people. Hey, why don't we got David Tolliver of Men at Large with his daughter, who is like the next thing smoking. Her voice is amazing. They are going to do a father and daughter duet before he is honored as one of our legendary entertainers. It's just going to be so amazing. And then the theme this year is Love Conquers All. Love conquers all. Because see, the thing is our families, we do go through trials and tribulations, and everybody is not able to stay together. But that doesn't mean that you have to be enemies. That does not mean that you have to disrespect one another. And it does not mean that it has to become a broken family. You know, two people that cannot make it, you should acknowledge those things and just move on, but still have a mutual friendship. Because if you ever love somebody, you'll always love them enough to want to see them happy. The other thing is that the other reason, there are people that end up going through things in their life. People may be incarcerated, and the whole world can talk down on them and all of that kind of stuff. But the end result is that when they stick together, that's more of a powerful statement than anything. If you can, weather the storm when it comes to certain things, then you can do anything as a family. And sometimes, family is not always your DNA. Sometimes family are those people who see your purpose, they want to see you win, they want to help you win, and they do everything that they can to pour into you so that you can win. That's sometimes not your DNA, unfortunately. But it's so important for us to know that love does conquer all. And when I say love conquers all, I mean all of the trials and tribulations that we've been through, the one and only life is love. So it's going to be amazing. We're going to have some amazing talent. We're going to have some amazing honorees. And then, it's just going to be simply amazing. So I hope that you can be in the building. Tickets will go on sale next week for October 22nd, 2022, the Black I Am Awards 2022. And let me give you a rundown of the other dates that we have for the Black I Am Awards before the year is over. So we have the Black I Am Awards Tampa. That is October the 17th, I believe. Then we have the week before our Black I Am Awards here in Atlanta, which is our main show. Then we have, we're going into the next year. February of 2023, we will have the Black I Am Awards San Francisco / Oakland. And then, and that's February the 4th, that is in Black History Month. And then February the 11th, we will have the Black I Am Awards LA. And then we're coming back to this side, and we're looking for dates right now in the Carolinas. People have been blowing my phone up. When are you going to bring the Black I Am Awards to Carolina? Well, until we do, you can travel to Atlanta because it's only about 3 or 4 hours away. Make it a trip, make it a great vacation, and come and support our people. And I just want you to know that I really love that we are growing as a nation. The rebirth of the Black nation is an accountability, responsibility, and action movement for Black people of all nationalities and religions and ways of life to come together, first learning to love you, then the rebirth of our Black families, because when you love you and we have each other loving each other, loving self, then we can come together in our families. And our families, when we come together, the community automatically changes because the community is made up of our families. And then we can set up our Black businesses, y'all, in our communities, which promotes our financial freedom. However, remember, the rebirth of the Black nation is our agenda. We are the hub of unity. Black People United Global is the hub of unity. And so we focus on also the overall wealth statement. Wealth spiritually, mentally, intellectually, emotionally, and physically is twofold. Your body and your money. We do, as long as you make room and your character is developed, your gift will make room for itself. So today has been an amazing time. And before we get out of here, I'm going to go ahead and allow for my co-host to speak her mind and with her ending words. Tell us what you want to say, LaShonda.
Okay, and this ties into what you just said about the wealth and speaking to it or addressing it on a mental, emotional, and a physical level. Self-care and self-love is it's a journey. It's something that you do daily to work on yourself. And for me, I have a wonderful life coach now, and so I start my day with the spiritual, which is the meditation or the breathing, and then I get to more the mental, emotional with the affirmations, and then the physical with some type of movement. And so that way I am preparing myself by getting in touch with me, getting in touch with the God in me, so that if I get curveballs throughout the day, that helps me to stay on track because I've started out my day getting in touch with me and having that me time.
And I want to add to that, get in that sun. And I'm trying to be obedient to, it's a journey. It is a journey to be able to do these things that's necessary. Yes. But it is necessary to do the things that's necessary. And so we're going to end today with our affirmations. You know that mine is, I am powerful. I am strong. I'm about that life. I was born to fight. I'm a warrior in my mind, and I'm gifted. That is mine. You might not be able to take it, but I can't fake it. Yes, I'm blessed and highly favored because God don't play about me, life don't play about me, and I don't play about me. The epiphany of loving myself. That's when I learned to love me. Your affirmation's beautiful.
You just really said so many of them, and just kind of, I can put a period on that. A few of mine, I am great. I am a God having a human experience. I am powerful. I bend the universe. Everything I want and need, I am capable of bringing into my life.
Absolutely. And there you have it, the Dr. Harris live show here on Black I Am Radio with my co-host, LaShonda LaShonda Tucker. And I have really enjoyed you today, sis. I know that you'll be back. And I'm so excited about your poetic inserts that's going to go into this book. It's only going to make the book even a greater book. So I want to give my shouts out to you ahead of time and tell you thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to all of the other authors that have written and taken your time out. I know it has not been easy because this is a part of us experiencing the level. Sometimes when you have to write about things, you have to go through it in order to write it, and that's been my experience. I want to say this. I pray the will of the Most High be done in every one of your lives today and every day. Not my will, but thy will be done. Enjoy your day, enjoy your week, enjoy your life.
Like, I just want to help them. They going through so much, and it hurts to see them suffer. It hurts, but all I can do is pray. On my knees I pray, heartache weeping, 'cause I know my people plight is on the very deep end. From disease, drugs, or the homeless needing. From prostitution to the jail cells overpacked with black men. To the younger generation disrespecting their elders. To us being too much of consumers and not developers. To us being puppet slaves in white America. No more loving our heritage, we lost our African character. To the debt we pay to our bill collectors, no sense of community. We fight, dislike and kill each other. The black man and woman are divided like we hate each other. No more educating ourselves, we just stop at the college professors. I hate to say it, but we lost our sight in who we are. We let the devil taint our subconscious mind with all of this poison. Now we floating down the river lost in this hopeless void. If nobody else won't speak and tell the truth, then I'm gonna make some noise. I pray for they saving, Father, the devil's a lie, so bastard taste my sword.
My people, my people, my people, my people are lost and need me to lead the way. My people, my people, my people, my people are struggling and dying each day. My people, my people, my people, my people need help in every way. My people, my people, my people, my people, I love them so much that
You can bring a horse to the well, but you can't get that horse to drink. I just want my people to listen and let the music help them think. Is it on me to lead the way? My Lord, am I even worthy? 'Cause I ain't been the same I should be, and my life's still kinda dirty. But I'm feeling it and I'm hearing it, and my spirit tell me to move. 'Cause I'm tired of seeing my people suffer, it's giving me the blues. So I'm going to sacrifice myself and give them all that I got. 'Cause when you really love somebody, that's what it's really all about. So I'm gonna pour myself away till it ain't no more for me to pour out. Don't be deceived by the deception, you are royalty in and out. And the truth and the proof is in Africa, our motherland. We built the pyramids, made mathematics and medicine. That melanin that's deep in your skin core is gold, my friend. So gain that true knowledge yourself. You a god within. Don't let them Europeans try to convert you into they devilish seed. Look for the hidden colors and go and find out your history. Peace.
my people, my people, my people, my people are lost and need me to lead the way. My people, my people, my people, my people are struggling and dying each day. My people, my people, my